So if you can't build emotional resilience, if you can't build mental toughness to get past the shit that people are going to say, then you are going to have to suffer the rest of your life limping along because you haven't built that emotional toughness. This message is for the teenagers. Listen, I got a message from a young man who says, hey, what are the best lessons I can learn right now as a teenager to make a bigger impact in my future self, right? And I thought that was a really great question to ask. Listen, hey, congratulations. When I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I didn't even have the wherewithal to ask that kind of question because I was too self-centered and self-focused to even think about how my life is gonna be when I'm older. So good for you for asking. And if you're that kind of teenager that likes to be thinking forward, then here's the skill sets you need to know. Network, right? Because you need to understand that your net worth is only decided by your network. So get to know people. Yeah, you might live in wherever, let's say Tulsa, Oklahoma, but it don't matter where you live because you've got an iPhone or an Android, which means you're connected to the world. Start leaving comments on the pages of Instagram accounts, YouTube accounts, Facebook accounts of the people that you want to be like, that you want to be connected with, right? Make those connections early. Come with the giving hand, right? Leave comments, leave feedback, show them how much you appreciate them. And when you do, you start getting on these people's lists, right? You get on their radar. And before long, they start interacting with you. So remember, one, you want to start building a network. Number two, I want you to start building emotional resilience. The biggest problem I see with the young generation right now is there's no emotional resilience. It's easy to hurt your feelings. It's easy to make you feel like an outcast. It's easy to make you feel like you're bullied. Build a thick skin, young man or young woman. What I want you to do is build a thick skin, be emotionally tough, mental toughness, emotional toughness. And when you have that, listen, people are going to talk shit. You're going to have haters, especially if you decide to be an author, a thought leader, a musician, an entrepreneur, anything of significance where you're going to have a bigger impact on the world, on the masses. You're also going to have a certain amount of people who doubt you, hate you, and want to criticize you. So if you can't build emotional resilience, if you can't build mental toughness to get past the shit that people are going to say, then you are going to have to suffer the rest of your life limping along because you haven't built that emotional toughness, right? So that's the second thing I want you to build. And the third and final real tool that you can add to your tool belt right now is to be able to come with a giving hand at all times, right? See, think about this, the younger generation, most young people in general, were designed to be selfish, as I told you, right? Like I was a selfish young kid. That's how the teenagers are. That's how we're programmed to be. But what if you could actually be service driven? Instead of thinking, what can you do for me? What if you start asking and thinking, what can I do to help you? What can I do to serve you? So come with the giving hand. The more you can start helping others, serving, be a man or woman of servitude, right? A servant leader, instead of asking what you can do for me, you're gonna have a distinct edge and advantage in the future. And those three things together will give you a massive leap forward as you enter the entrepreneurial world or business world. And of course, you'll be able to make more money and have a lot more meaning on this planet. See ya.